Let's talk about hey, how everybody doing? Give a shout out to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Let's talk about opinions. Okay. Some opinions matter, some don't. Why I say that? When you have an opinion, long as you get along with everybody with your opinion, you fine. But if you dig deep down in your soul and you get your real opinion, how you feel, a lot of time people go against what you're saying. As long as you go along with them. Now, it's sad when you try to explain to some people, they don't get it. A lot of times I may say things without thinking. I can be stand corrected too. I really do. Um, People just don't really care about what you're saying. And when you interfere in a conversation, if they're not talking to you, it's best to be quiet. And I had to learn that, and I got to learn that. And sometimes, even if I love the people who I'm subscribed to, I can't just up and give my opinion unless you ask. If you ask, I'll be glad to give it. Eric, can you come up on the panel and talk to us and tell us why you feel? And then it should be done. But just invite myself up there is just not maybe good at all for me to do that. But I just want people to understand that, like they said, we all grown. And we correct children. Even when I was a child, grown-ups always correct children. And I used to see it when I was younger. Grown-ups was never wrong. That's the way I used to think. But as you get older, they start acting and doing things that they told you not to do. And you form an attitude. You say, oh, you got attitude. A lot of times a person can have an attitude because you don't listen. But you'll listen to somebody else, but you won't listen to me. And I'm telling you things. And I tell myself, when you say certain things, just be real with it. But somebody else can come on here and say the same thing, but you can take it from them instead of taking it from me. Then I have to think, long as they get the message. That's the most important thing. Long as they get the message. The message is what's important, not the popularity. Because people want you to be a certain way, or they want you to act a certain way. They want you to say certain things a certain way. You can come on here and you can speak to people. They don't want to say nothing to you. But then when the heat comes now and you start saying something to other folks, now they'll say something to you. Don't make sense. You tell a person to leave you alone and they don't. So I had to ask yourself, talk about topics. Talk about something that's more important. Because a lot of time when I talk on here, it's not necessarily talking to YouTube. That's talking to other people that may, somebody may share this. Or somebody may say, oh, yeah, he was right. Oh, yeah, well, maybe Mr. Brown was wrong. Well, let me comment because that's what the comments is for. Don't nobody want to go in the comments and say nothing now. They don't. Don't nobody want to go up on nobody panel after they ask them, come on up the panel. But they started talking crazy in the chat. But they don't come up on the panel, okay. But they giving their opinion on something. People get mad because you saying some are going against them. You just give an opinion. Your real friend will accept your opinion even though it's opposite to theirs. Your real friend are like, well, let me sit back and think about this. Because that's what is going to have to happen. You have to sit back and think about it. That's all. Long as you give an opinion, but be careful how you give your opinion, because you wonder, you say things like, I ain't do nothing to her, but she came at me. But I always try to say, go back to the live. If this woman is attacking you, okay, go back to the lives. And I know a lot of folks say, that's too much. It is too much. Go back to the lives and find out where you said something with your opinion, and how did you put your opinion? How did you say your opinion? It's how you say it. You type it, people don't understand, but then it's the way you say it. Well, maybe she should stop. Her problem, maybe my problem is that she da. And sometimes your opinion can become an insult. It was just an opinion, but it's your insult. It was an insult. Sometimes you have the opinion with a question. With, hey, Tammy, do you think that you was wrong for coming at Alberta? Alberta says she ain't never did nothing to you, but Tammy, you decide to go at her and a whole lot of people in the chat. Why? You have to go back and see how many people gave their opinion. And some opinion they don't want it. Even if you go to Tammy and tell her that, they get mad. No, you go to, let me rephrase, you can go to Tammy and tell her that, and she cuss you out. Well, you need to mind your own business. Okay. And that's the main thing. When you get your opinion, you need to mind your own business. I'm like, wow, really? People want you to mind your own business. Long as you agree with them, they're not going to tell you, mind your own business. They're like, yeah, you're right. You're right, Eric. Yeah, you're right, Eric. Eric Brown. Yeah, you're right. This is not everybody. This is just in general, but in a way, it's just letting them know. Because I love my girls. Some people that, well, they don't do. I hear negative things about most of all my subscribers. Guess what? I don't stop dealing with them. I love them. I just try to help them, because when they talk, they help me, or they tell me, Eric, don't do that. That's just like I tell you, when it comes down to me doing the cook what you got, if you got a problem with it, let me know. Tell me. Talk to me. Eric, you put too much Eric, maybe you shouldn't put too much rosemary. Oh, Eric, maybe you shouldn't put this with it. Eric, that don't even look good. Eric, can you do vegetables or recipe? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Because if you sit there and ride and say Eric Brown is right all the time and Eric Brown is wrong, he really don't need you. He need the one that got their own opinion, that's going to tell him about himself and just listen. It's how you bring your opinion. I'm going to use an example of two people. Bam, she did it. I give her that respect. Bad and Bougie did it. Monica did it. Rose Gold did it. I'm talking about Nicola Coleman did it. The Unknown Woman did it. Them the ones that get on me. Now I can get mad if I want to, but then you got to keep thinking. Wait a minute, maybe they got a point. Let's look at this. That's what it's called, an opinion. Come on. If you're wrong, you're wrong. You see what I'm saying? G2G can do it. Now, a lot of times, listen to what I'm saying. A lot of times, you could tell Eric Brown he wrong. Some people, or better yet, let me and Sakina. If I'm wrong, Sakina, woman enough to say it. Foot soldier, same way. No, that ain't right. You got da da da. See, them people that say things to you. Now, a lot of times, I'm not going against you women. A lot of times now, you can tell them, wait a minute, that ain't right, y'all. No, you don't say that. Some of them, oh, Eric Brown, well, whatever. Or some of them like, hey, well, you see what I'm saying? So opinions can hurt feelings. It can hurt feelings, but opinions, a lot of people don't want it. Now, when you come with facts, sometimes you can lose a friendship. Sometimes you can gain a friendship. We have the right to agree and disagree. Certain women or certain people I may talk to and say, hey, like I say, let me use this example. Let me say, Nicole, you're wrong for saying that. Oh, no, Aaron, you're wrong. You see what I'm saying? Some people can give their opinion, but then long as you say, oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, you're right. But now when they do something wrong, you're like, no, that ain't good. Then they copy themselves in the attitude. They get mad. Mm-hmm. See, over here, you're supposed to be able to talk to your friend. You know what I'm saying? Because one day when you go out of town, you may run up, meet your friend, talk to your friend. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand the same thing on YouTube can be the same thing out there in the real world. When you talk to somebody or talk to your family members and they copy attitude, oh, here he come. They don't want you to say nothing. And a lot of times you don't say nothing. Well, what's your problem? Nothing. Nothing. You be quiet, don't say nothing. Some people don't want to deal with you too. And this is another thing. A lot of people don't want to deal with you. When you go in a chat and speak to them and they don't want to speak to you, don't waste your time. They say something to you, you have a right to don't respond. You got an opinion, and somebody come at you, Eric Brown, I'm talking about Eric. None of y'all do what y'all want to do. Eric Brown, don't respond. Don't respond. If you and I be like that. When I get into YouTube, that's another thing y'all want to know about me. You go at me, you talk bad about me, I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm not going to go back off at you. Now, the people who you with, I may speak to them. And if they don't want to speak with me, I understand. Eric Brown won't say nothing. Now, if you got a comment section, I will comment. I won't call your name. I don't like doing a lot of name calling. I want you to do it for yourself. Figure out for yourself. You got to tell yourself who's right or wrong. People don't want to listen to that. Just what it is. And when I say you pray for your people, pray for them. That's all you can do. And let things happen. When things happen, eventually those same people will come back and tell you were right what you said. I'm not always right. Don't get me wrong. I just said, if I see something wrong, I just being honest. You don't want nobody fake always agreeing with you and they know you wrong. All I tell a person is ignore them, because I've been ignoring people all my life. Some people I just ignore, and some of them they go on by their business. Some of them don't even remember they went off on me. That's fine. And let it slide, go. Because when I get through talking about you, people look at you. If I go off on somebody right here, if I go off, they be like, if you wouldn't, you just like everybody else. I just want y'all to know opinions. You know what I'm saying? Opinions are what they are. And I try my best to, for as women, for as y'all, I try to, but don't ask me no question now. Because I be wanting to say it, because when I hear certain things, I be wanting, especially sometimes when I listen to, when I listen to KL, I be wanting to know, Go back. Did you say anything? Did your opinion say anything? Did you insult or did you give an opinion? And sometimes what you say, like, wait, that's a little rough there. And that person take it the wrong way. Tammy, that person take it the wrong way. When that person take the wrong way, that's when they come at you. Y'all take care of yourself. I love y'all. Love you, Sakina. Love you, ladies. I love you, Rose Gold. LTG, girl. I always catch you. LTG, you funny. Y'all take care of yourself. Dakota Coleman, Foot Soldier. Y'all take care of yourself. Love y'all.